over 350 passing yards. It's the Egyptians and the Bills, just ahead on EA Sports.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Memphis Egyptians and the Buffalo Bills. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visiting Memphis ball club, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Singletary to get the drive started. And some room to work. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong run to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Well, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Allen flushed out right. Allen hit. He lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Garoppolo and connecting here with DJ Chark. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. For the Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Throwing is Allen on third. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One of the best in the NFL in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
The Bills send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 43. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught inside the 5.
That's interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Touchdown! DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Egyptians have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, he will find Davis on the left side, complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. This is Hines. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. To throw, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They run with Hines. And he gets it down to the 32. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. to the air. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 88 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, it's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from a little bit now, but bottom line is. He hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And slow going there, as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Allen going to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Quick slant here to Woods. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Taron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. On play action, Allen rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Aaron Siposs now. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will stay a 4-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throwing on first down is Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Mecole Hardman, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Kendrick Bourne, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So possession goes over here on the punt. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Yeah, well, the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Allen going to try and throw on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second down, another run with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find his man, Woods. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On play action, now Garoppolo. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To the right side, this is Taylor. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Allen to throw it. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Allen going to throw. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And again, it's Allen. Flushed out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, he'll check this down to Hines. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big. But in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of. We're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo now. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. going to try and throw on third.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On a jet sweep, here comes Chark.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. A give for Taylor running right side.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Garoppolo looks to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down.
Allen. And Diggs has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Buffalo. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Allen. It's brought in by Harris.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Allen to throw once more.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Allen now on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs right side.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Allen now looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now it's Hines. Oh, a good hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bills will take over here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Completes it to Davis. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the give, this is Singletary. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from 28 yards out. And his kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo able to find his man, Woods. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And not much running room. Down to the 32. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Here we go, here we go.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but I
like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.